a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. David Hogg, activist. David Miles Hogg is a survivor of the massacre at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School on February 14, 2018, who became a gun control advocate and an activist against gun violence in the United States. After the massacre, Hogg became a member of Never Again MSD, a student-led gun control advocacy group formed by Cameron Kasky and friends. He has been a target of several conspiracy theories and verbal attacks as a survivor of the massacre. Early life and education. Hogg is originally from Los Angeles, California, but moved to Florida at the beginning of high school. He is the son of Kevin Hogg, a former agent of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and Rebecca Boldrick, a teacher for Broward County Public Schools in Broward County, Florida. Hogg is a senior and he is expected to graduate from Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida in the spring of 2018. He is a T-Link reporter for the Sun-Sentinel, and chose to attend Stoneman Douglas because of the television production classes it offered. Stoneman Douglas High School shooting. While a senior at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, Hogg was on campus when the shooter, Nicholas Cruz, a 19-year-old former student at the high school, started shooting with a semi-automatic rifle after pulling the fire alarm. Hogg, who was in his AP Environmental Science class, told the teacher that the repeated pop sounds the class heard sounded like gunshots. Hogg and other students made an attempt to exit the building, but a janitor instructed the students to go back into the class. A culinary arts teacher pulled Hogg and others inside her classroom and they hid in a closet. Hogg checked social media and discovered that the shooting was occurring at their high school in real time. He used his cell phone to record the scene and to interview the other students hiding in the closet, to leave a record in the event that they did not survive the shooting. Hogg's sister, who is a freshman at the high school, corresponded with her brother via text message while the shooting was taking place. After about an hour, SWAT team police officers came into the classroom and escorted them out. Hogg reunited with his sister and father later that day. Gun control advocacy. After the shooting that took place, Hogg emerged as a leader in the 2018 United States gun violence protests. Along with Cameron Kasky, Emma Gonzalez, Sarah Chadwick and other students, he turned to the media to talk about their role as survivors in the shooting and voice their opinions on gun control and gun violence. He has conducted numerous interviews, calling on elected officials to pass gun control measures. When asked about his opinion on gun control in an interview with CBS This Morning, Hogg said, Hogg joined the social media movement and student-led gun control advocacy group Never Again MSD shortly after its formation. Hogg flew to Los Angeles on February 21, 2018 to be on the Dr. Phil show with Phil McGraw, along with his sister, to discuss the shooting and suspected shooter, where they met with survivors of the Columbine High School massacre. Hogg, along with fellow activist Emma Gonzalez, blamed the National Rifle Association as well as politicians who accept money from them as being complicit in school shootings. He declined to go to the White House on February 21 to meet with President Donald Trump, saying that he had to be in Tallahassee and that Trump could come to Parkland if he wanted to talk. Hogg made an appearance ABC News This Week with George Stephanopoulos to discuss the 2018 NRA boycott, criticizing Dana Loesch of the NRA for misrepresenting the goal for stricter gun control. In the interview, he said the NRA is an organization that's completely broken. A teacher of his joined him on the segment. Hogg called for students to boycott spring break in Florida and instead travel to Puerto Rico if gun control legislation was not passed by the Florida state government. After finishing high school, Hogg plans to take a gap year to campaign for politicians in favor of gun reform. New laws. In March 2018, the Florida legislature passed a bill titled the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act. It raises the minimum age for buying firearms to 21, establishes waiting periods and background checks, provides a program for the arming of some teachers, and the hiring of school police, bans bump stocks, and bars potentially violent or mentally unhealthy people arrested under certain laws from possessing guns. In all, It allocates around $400 million. The governor signed the bill into law on March 9. He commented, "To the students of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, you made your voices heard. You didn't let up and you fought until there was change." Attacks and conspiracy theories. Shortly after the shooting, false claims appeared on social media that it had never really happened, accusing Hogg and other students of being crisis actors. Similar rumors have been spread after other high-profile shootings, notably Sandy Hook. After a series of televised interviews following the Stoneman Douglas High School shooting, far-right figures and conspiracy theorists attacked Hogg in online media. Hogg's family have received death threats from various conspiracy theorists, according to his mother. Twitter users who said they were supporters of President Donald Trump tweeted allegations that Hogg was being used as a pawn by gun control activists. Claims were also made that Hogg was being coached by his father, a former Federal Bureau of Investigation agent who worked airport security, to criticize President Trump. Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., liked the tweets that made these claims. Hogg criticized Trump Jr. as immature, rude and inhumane for liking the tweets. A video was published mischaracterizing a 2017 Los Angeles CBS television report in which Hogg is interviewed about an altercation between a lifeguard in Redondo Beach, California and a surfer whose board blocked access to a trash can. It became the #1 trending YouTube video after its upload, but was later removed by YouTube because it violated YouTube's policy on harassment and bullying. InfoWars, a conspiracy theory website run by Alex Jones, posted a video on YouTube titled, "David Hogg Can't Remember His Lines in TV Interview," which was later removed. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram say they have been removing posts that attack the students or accuse them of being actors. Though many videos pertaining to Hogg have been removed from YouTube, videos that claim the shooting was a hoax are still on the site. The removal of accusations against the students is one of the first times social media companies have dedicated resources to detecting and removing such attacks. Benjamin A. Kelly, an aide for Florida Representative Sean Harrison of the 63rd District, was fired because of emails he sent from his official government account to a Tampa Bay Times reporter. The emails claimed that Hogg and other students were crisis actors and included a link to a YouTube video that was later removed. Marco Rubio, U.S. Senator for Florida, came to Hogg's defense on Twitter, saying that claiming some of the students on TV after Parkland are actors is the work of a disgusting group of idiots with no sense of decency. Political views. Hogg states that he is a supporter of the Second Amendment and supports NRA members' right to own guns legally, saying, "We're calling out the NRA a lot and 99.9% of the people that are in the NRA are responsible, safe gun owners and I respect them for that. Joining an organization that wants to support safe gun ownership is excellent." In an interview with Fox News, Hogg said that he was for reasonable gun control such as regulations that prohibit those suffering from mental illnesses from acquiring guns. Asked what new legislation he wants to see, replied, "Raising the federal age of gun ownership and possession to the age of 21, banning all bump stocks, making sure that we have universal background checks, making sure that people that have committed acts of domestic violence are no longer able to get a gun, which in Florida, it's harder. It's just not impossible, fully, yet. And making sure that people with a criminal history and a history of mental illness are not able to obtain these weapons of mass destruction." Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more